Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Playoff Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon, and today the Highlanders are in Natick at one of the premier powerhouse teams in boys volleyball in Massachusetts for the round of 32 in the state playoffs. We are in Natick at the home of the Red Hawks. They are seeded number 3, coming off 2 straight Final Four appearances. They went to the Elite Eight 3 years ago. This is a team of accomplishment. The Highlanders coming in, the number 30 seed, looking for the upset today here at Natick, as the Highlanders come in off of a big victory against number 38 seeded Boston College High School, a 5-set victory for the Highlanders as they were able to take out the BC High Eagles at Bruin Fieldhouse. That has earned them this trip here to Natick, as the winner today will move forward into the Sweet 16 in the Massachusetts State Division I tournament. They will face off against Barnstable, so either Barnstable will be coming up here to Natick, or if the Highlanders are able to get that upset, I should say, they will be heading down to Cape, down to Hyannis to play against Barnstable in the Sweet 16. The Highlanders, 4 seniors on the Highlander squad this year: Evans Bienemy, Julian Chetty, Eli Torlentas, and Ozzie Marks. Tremendous performance against BC High, as Julian Chetty filled up the stat sheet. He had 9 kills in that matchup. Eli Torlentas, 19 kills for Eli against the Eagles. I've mentioned they might have a puncher's chance today against these highly seeded Red Hawks, and we will see as we get starting lineups and the national anthem.
Division I round of 32 playoff match featuring the Highlanders in Somerville High School and very own Red Hawks of Natick High School. The MIAA is pleased to welcome you, which reminds you this contest is being played by young athletes not professionals who try to represent themselves and the school to the best of their ability. Please remember to not cheer, criticize, or downgrade players, coaches, or the officials. Request for all cheering be supportive of teams. That's all they can defend. A positive experience for all. Introducing the officials for today's game. The first referee is Mr. Santini. The second referee is Mr. Reed. The line technician, Mr. Yankum, and Mr. Chen. Introducing the participants of tonight's contest, we start first with the Somerville Highlanders. Please say hello to number 2, Abdul Nur. Number 5, Ethan Travers. Number 12, Adam Zenek. Number 13, Connor Bicknell. Number 15, Luke Schmall. Number 16, Abdul Kalam. Number 17, Jason Swanko. Now here are the starters for the Somerville Highlanders. Starting at middle blocker, number 10, Zach Swanko. Starting at outside hitter, number 9, Eli Torretta. Starting at the center, he's the captain, and number 7, Ozzie Marks. Starting at outside hitter, number 6, Julian Chetty. Starting at opposite, number 4, Evans Bienemy. Starting at middle blocker, number 3, Kyle Jones Jr. And starting at libero, he's captain number 1, Dylan David. Somerville's head coach is Steve Walker. And now introducing your very own named Red Hawks. Please welcome number 2, Ethan Yee. Number 5, Daniel Brasco. Number 6, Quinn Lord. Number 9, Ben Junis. Number 20, Alejandro Ennis. Number 36, Tyler Cates. And that is the starting 6 for your very own native Red Hawks. Starting at middle blocker, number 12, Henry Engelman. Starting at opposite, number 11, Mike Costa. Starting at middle blocker, number 8, Matt Henry. Starting at outside hitter, number 7, Whitaker Vela. And those who have defended or are currently defending are free to play our national anthem.
As the teams shake hands at the net, we will go over very quickly scoring here in volleyball. It's best 3 out of 5 sets. Each set goes to 25 points. Each set must be won by at least 2 points. And if it goes to a 5th set, it will be a 15-point set. Of course, the Red Hawks, number 3 seed in Division I, led by their outside hitter Mike Costa, number 11, as well as their captain Evan Cates. They have tri-captains. Their setter Luke Dratch is number 15, and Dhruv Sirigiri is the libero. He is number 1. As we are about to get underway, these two teams do have one common opponent from this past season, as both of them were able to defeat Cambridge. Natick took Cambridge out in straight sets earlier this year. Highlanders opened their season with a 5-set victory at Cambridge. As noted, winner will go on to face Barnstable in the Sweet 16. Natick coming off of 2 straight Final Four appearances in the state tournament. They were in the Elite 8 3 years ago. So these players have been on this stage before. Highlanders first time in the round of 32 in quite a while. We will see how they handle their nerves today as we get started with Luke Dratch at the service line for the Red Hawks. As Julian Chetty will try to load that one up, and it goes long. Natick out to the 1-0 lead. Julian Chetty coming off of one of his best performances I have ever seen him have. Good return of service begun there, but Marks, Ozzie just a little bit off with that touch. Highlanders against BC High seem to have a little bit of jitters, a little bit of nervousness. They lost that first set against BC High, 7 service faults in that first set against BC High as well. Highlanders were really able to clean that up, though, as they had great service throughout the rest of that match. That was one of the reasons why they defeated BC High. Good dig there by Connor Bicknell, but the Highlanders unable to get that over as the double touch is called. Natick out to an early lead here in set number 1. Dratch back at that service line. 3-0. Big block there by number 12, Henry Engelman. And Swango tried to hit with a Zach attack, but Engelman ready for it for serving 0. Chetty with the outside attempt there. Tries to get the big swing, didn't get a touch on it. Tried to get it around that block, ended up long. Natick first to 5. Highlanders yet to score here in the first set. Service return begun. This has to go over from Maiden, and it will. Dratch now setting. Soft touch there. Great dive layout there. And the double touch is going to be the call. So going to get Maiden with the double touch. Timeout will be taken as Natick taking the first 6 points of this opening set. Head coach Steve Walker wants to settle things down for the Highlanders. Don't forget, here on Somerville Ed TV, we've got Somerville High School graduation coming up. That is on Monday, June 1st. The Big Kahuna live from Tufts University. That will be at 6 p.m. on June 1st. We will be broadcasting that live here on Somerville Ed TV. If you sign up for notifications, you'll get a notification about that special live broadcast. If you've mashed your buttons, as I've been asking for years, like, share, subscribe, and sign up for those notifications. Also on Wednesday, you'll have the opportunity, Wednesday, June 3rd, to see Somerville's Stars of Tomorrow as at 3 p.m. at Broome Fieldhouse, the middle school intramural finals for both boys and girls will be taking place. We'll have coverage of that for you here on Somerville Ed TV as well. Timeout is over. Natick with the 6-0 lead. Dratch back at the service line still. 6 straight service points for Natick with Dratch at the line. Service return begun here. Has to go over from Chetty. It does. Now Dratch, interior set. Big swing there from Engelman as he takes the kill. As Dratch picks up that assist. 7-0. Service begun to Chetty. And Swango gets the kill. Quick inside set there to Zach Swango. Chetty back at the service line, 1 serving 7. Highlanders down by 6 early on. Service fault. First one of the match for the Highlanders. Side out back over to the Redhawks. 8 serving 1 as Evan Cates back at the service line. Good service by Cates. Maiden trying to get that service return started, but Cates will end up with the ace. 9 serving 1 now. Good service again by Cates. Eli trying to tune it up there. Nice dig by Julian. Now Eli once again, he's got to get it over soft. He does. Big set there for Costa, but he hit it long. Highlanders will take the point. Side out to the Highlanders, 2 serving 9. Zach Swango back to the service line. Good service there, return begun by Sirigiri. Interior set, dug out well by Swango on the back line. Torlentes tunes it up and takes the kill. As Eli picks up his first kill of the match. Great job by Zach Swango. Good adjustment on that kill attempt from the interior by Engelman. 3 serving 9 now. Dratch will set here to the near side. And Whitaker, Phalo Ray flying in on the near side off the block. He'll take the kill. Henry Engelman back to the service line. 10 serving 3. Natick first to 10 here in the first set. Maiden begins the return of service. Torlentes looking to tune it up. Good block there by Costa. Torlentes get another bite at it there. And he's able to overpower the block attempt that time of Andrade and Costa as Eli picks up his second kill of the match. 4 serving 10 now. As Marks, captain with that left-handed service, back of the service line. Phalo Ray trying to be dug out there. Very nicely done. It has to go over from Marks, and it does. Dratch will set here once again to Phalo Ray. As Maiden digs that one out. Point goes over. Believe, yes, they're going to say Junior Ko is into the net. So Ko gets called for the net touch. Side out goes over to Natick as Daniel Brasco back to the service line. This has to go over from Maiden, and it will. Opportunity here for Dratch, the interior set, but the net touch. As Andrade got into the net, Highlanders will take the point and the side out. Eli goes back to the service line, 5 serving 11 now. Eli looks to tune up the band back there. Hard service, just long by Torlentes. Second service fault of this first set for the Highlanders. Whitaker, Phalo Ray back at the service line. 12 serving 5. Back set, looking for Bieniemy. Soft touch by Evans as he adjusted in midair. Great job there by Bieniemy for the kill. 6 serving 12 is Dylan Maiden back at the service line for the Highlanders. Dratch will set here. Great block by Swango. Bieniemy and Swango were there blocking against Cates. I think Swango got the best of that one. 7 serving 12 now. Highlanders looking to get back into this first set as Natick ripped off the first 7 points. Swango saves it as he tried to block that. This has to go over from Marks, and it will. Costa begins the return. Dratch sends it over on the second touch, gets the kill. As the Highlander defense not set up that time for that second touch send. Side out over to the Red Hawks, 13 serving 7. Interior set, Swango. And he's too much for Costa. As Swango picks up his second kill. Side out to the Highlanders, 8 serving 13. Connor Bicknell checks in. Bicknell 4 aces against the Eagles of Boston College in the qualifying playoff win. That came off the block as Evan Katz will take that kill. Cates, I should say. Dratch back at the service line. Dratch opened out the game at the service line, got those first opening 7 straight service points. 14 serving 8. Redhawks look to be first to 15. Swango, little adjustment there, didn't quite get the velocity wanted on his swing. Costa comes up and off the block and out. Costa will take the kill. His first kill of the match. Dratch once again tips the tape. Julian Chetty able to start the return quickly, gets it over, and they'll take the point. 9 serving 15. Natick first to 15 here. Highlanders, though, get the side out. Julian's got to get a nice run of service points here for the Highlanders to get back into this set. As I said, Costa here near side. And that came off of the block. As Costa hit that right off of the block, picking up the kill, his second of the match. Cates back at the service line now. 16 serving 9. As that tips the tape, gets over. Return of service begun. Torlentes will take the kill. As Eli picks up his third. Highlanders now in double digits, 10 serving 16. Zach Swango at the service line. Need some good service here, but Swango too long. Third service fault for the Highlanders here in the first set. Engelman to the service line, 17 serving 10. Good service there. Return begun by Chetty. And Torlentes off the block, powered it right by Costa. 4 kills for Eli today, 11 serving 17. As the captain, Ozzie Marks, back at the service line. Dratch will set this on the interior, and Maiden got the touch on that. Quick interior set to Andrade. As Andrade picks up his first kill of the match, 18 serving 11. Brasco back to the service line. Maiden begins the return. Back set, looking for Torlentis and Eli. Too much for Phalo Ray at the net as Eli picks up his 5th kill. 12 serving 18. Eli back at the service line. Looks like he's going to tune up the band. Try for that hard service. Good one there. Sirigiri, return of service right back. Maiden will set Bienemy. And Evans' kill attempt. Cross court goes wide. 19 serving 12 as Phalo Ray back at the service line. This has to go over from Maiden. Gets it into the net. As the service return there, not a clean touch from Dylan on that first one. Marks was able to get it back to him, but couldn't quite get it over. Natick first to 20 here in the first set. There's the first service fault for Natick in this first set. Side out over to the Highlanders, 13 serving 20. Maiden back to the service line. Good service by Maiden. Sirigiri will start the return. And off the block, the power of Cates. Able to get the kill, his 2nd of the match. 21 serving 13 as Sirigiri back to the service line. Torlentis begins the return. Chetty on the outside will look for it. Too strong is Dratch as he picks up the block. 22 serving 13. Sirigiri once again, and he'll take the ace. As Eli didn't quite get the angle he wanted on that touch to begin the return, 23 serving 13. Sirigiri's service tips the tape, goes the right way for the Redhawks. Back set over here for Bienemy. And he didn't quite get it. Just barely missed it. As Evans wasn't able to get the clean hit. Sirigiri with the opportunity to serve for set 1 here. Multiple set points coming to the Redhawks. Side out will go over to the Highlanders. Bicknell will come in for service as the freshman needs to run off about 10 service points here. 2nd set point of set number 1. Dratch will set. Dig there by Maiden. Great job. Chetty gets it back. Swango gets it over. 2nd touch send. Great job there by Bicknell as he digs it out. This goes over from Ozzie. Dratch will set once again for Cates. His kill attempt goes wide. Highlanders have fought off 2 set points. Plenty more to go here. 3rd set point for the Redhawks. 15 serving 24. Good service by Bicknell. Dratch the interior set as Engelman picks up the kill, and that will do it for the first set as the Highlanders fall in the first set 25-15. We will be back for 2nd set action here on Somerville EdTV. It's the Highlanders trailing the Redhawks, losing that first set 25-15 here on Somerville EdTV. I'm Todd Harmon as the Highlanders are here in the round of 32. They are the number 30 seed going up against the number 3 seed, Natick Redhawks. Redhawks, as advertised, very effective in that first set as they were able to jump out to an early lead. Maybe some nerves for the Highlanders. Of course, this Redhawks team has been in this round of 32 many years in a row, coming off of an Elite 8 appearance 3 years ago and 2 straight Final Four appearances for this program. Highlanders, of course, First time in the round of 32 in quite a while. So Highlanders, hopefully, as they lost that first set to BC High in their qualifying round game, then they settled down and played tremendously in sets numbers 2 and the rest of the way. So we look for the Highlanders to adjust here in set number 2 as Chetty will begin back at the service line. Sirigiri starts the return. They set Costa on the outside. Soft touch by Costa. Nobody backing up the block attempt. So Costa will take the kill. 3 kills for Costa now in the match. Natick got out to a big 7-0 lead in that first set. Highlanders were never really able to get back into it. See what they can do here as Eli tried to get that over and touch it off the block and out, but instead it dropped down and tipped the line. 2-0 now as Evan Cates at the service line for the Red Hawks. He has an ace in that first set. Cates with his second ace of the match as Chetty wasn't able to get down and get that knuckler as it came over the net there. Natick out to the early lead again, 3-0. Maiden a little too strong for Dylan there. Left it out there for Philo Ray. And he gets his second kill of the match. Natick now leading 4-0. Maiden unable to handle that knuckler serve. 3 aces now for Cates. Natick first to 5. Highlanders yet to score here in the second set. Set for Torlentes. Swango gets it over off the block. And the Highlanders are into the net as Swango called for that. Or strike that Torlentes was called for it. So 6-0. Highlanders already down 1-0. Down early here in set number 2 again. As Chetty begins the return. Swango gets that one over. The set for Philo Ray. He hits it long. Highlanders get the point and the side out. Swango back to the service line, 1-6. Highlanders would love to get back in with some nice service here from Zach. Dratch will set it, backline kill attempt. Nice dig there by Julian Chetty on the kill attempt by Cates. Torlentes, though, wide on his kill attempt. Side out back over to the Red Hawks. Winner today will go on to face Barnstable in the Sweet 16. It's Henry Engelman back at the service line. Setting Torlentes here near side. Nice big swing down the line. 6th kill of the match for Eli. Ozzie Marks back to the service line, 2-7. Good service by Ozzie. Dratch with the interior set. And Andrade able to get the kill. As Andrade picks up his second kill of the match. Side out back over to the Red Hawks, 8-2. Dan Brasco back at the service line. Setting Torlentes as he gets it off the block of Philo Ray, and he'll take the kill, number 7 in the match. So Eli heads back to the service line, 3-8. Highlanders need a nice run of service points to get back in this second set, trailing 1-0. Torlentes tuning up the band. Sirigiri begins the return. Good job there, and Cates is able to get it over. Interior set for Junior KO, but the block is there as Andre picks up the block. Side out over to the Red Hawks, 9 serving 3. It's Whitaker Ray back at the service line. Maiden begins the return, and Ozzie gets called for the double touch. Maiden's return of service, I should say, went over. Marks called for the double touch, 10 serving 3. Natick first to 10 here in the second set. Service fault. Side out goes to the Highlanders. Maiden on the service line, 4 serving 10. Highlanders want to grab a little momentum with some good service here, but Maiden, service fault for Dillon as that goes long. Side out back over to the Red Hawks. Siri Geary back at the service line. He's got an ace today. Back set looking for Bienemy. Soft touch there as he gets it arcing and in. Costa. Big powerful hit by Mike Costa as he picks up the 4th kill of the match for himself. 12 serving 4 now. Natick looking very strong here. Highlanders trying to climb back into this as Chetty. He gets blocked and Maiden unable to dig it. As Engelman, I believe, picked up that block, his second of the match. Timeout taken by the Highlanders. They trail by 9, 13-4 here in this second set. Already down 1-0. Gives me the opportunity to remind everybody on Monday, June 1st, it is Somerville High School graduation live from Tufts University, as we will have coverage at 6 p.m. here on Somerville EdTV. In addition, on Wednesday, June 3rd, you get to see tomorrow's Highlander Stars today, as at 3 p.m. at Broome Fieldhouse, it will be the middle school intramural finals for both boys and girls. We'll have coverage for you here on Somerville EdTV. Make sure you mash your buttons, like, share, subscribe. I was looking at it earlier today. We are at 3,700 subscriptions. We got to get that up to 4,000 as we go towards the fall season. As Highlander football, Highlander soccer, Highlander girls volleyball, it's going to be awesome in the fall. Everybody wants to sign up those subscriptions. Uncle Artie in Altoona, he's fired up about it. Make sure you have mashed your buttons. Sign up for the notifications so you know when we have special coverage and when we post all of our videos here on Somerville EdTV. Back from the timeout, 13 serving 4 here in the second set. Highlanders trailing 1-0. Siri Geary back at the service line. Maiden begins the return of service. Point goes to Natick. Kill attempt goes long. Return of service begun by Torlentes. Chetty will get it over. Not much danger. Dratch with the back set for Costa. Comes off the block. Has to be played. This needs to go over for Maiden, and it does. And that is out. 15, first to 15 are the Red Hawks here in set number 2. Service fault, their second of the second set. 15-5, 10-point advantage for the Red Hawks. As Connor Bicknell will check in for the Highlanders. Bicknell was fantastic against BC High. 4 aces for the freshman. Tremendous work on the floor defensively, digging constantly throughout that match. Service that time, though, short into the net. Second service fault of the second set. Highlanders now down by 11. As Dratch back to the service line. Marks setting Torlentes. Backline kill attempt goes long. 17 serving 5 now. Dratch again on service. Chetty begins the return. Interior set for Swango, but he gets it wide here to the near side. As the Zach attack just not as accurate as he wanted that time. 18 serving 5. Natick rolling in this matchup, as you would assume for the number 3 seed. Dratch will set it. Cates' kill attempt is dug out. Chetty, he'll take it. As Julian picks up his first kill of the match. 6 serving 18. Highlanders need strong service here from Julian Chetty to get back into this match. Trailing 1-0. Service by Chetty. Return begun by Ray. Kill attempt by Costa, dug by Maiden. Torlentis off the block, dug by Ray. Back set, and that's going to go off the antenna and out as Cates tried to underhand that over. Candy stripe poles on either side of the net. Those are the antennae. If the ball hits them, it is considered out. The ball should be serviced between them. As Chetty's service goes long, third service fault for the Highlanders here in set number 2. As the Red Hawks knocking on the door of 20 points here, 19 serving 7. It's Cates back at the service line. Ozzy will send that over on the second touch. Siri Geary able to handle it. Now Torlentes off the block and out as Costa and he were elevated. 8 serving 19. Swango back at the service line. Siri Geary begins the return. Interior set. And Engelman will get his third kill of the match. Red Hawks first to 20 here in the second set. 20 serving 8. Is Engelman back at the service line. Maiden begins the return. As Torlentes flying across. This needs to go over, and it will not. As Cates tried to get that all the way across, but was not able to. Highlanders get the side out, marks at the service line. 9 serving 20. Captain's got to get a great run here. Dratch with the set, Costa looking for the kill. Junior KO with a nice block, but handled. And Dratch sends that over. As Dratch will pick up his second kill of the match with that second touch send. Maiden laid out for it, couldn't quite get to it. 21 serving 9 as Brasco back to the service line. Khalaf Abdul Rahman into the game. Service fault there for the Red Hawks. That's their third of the second set. 10 serving 21. As Torlentes looks to tune it up. Too long from Eli, fourth service fault of the set. Nate Travers will check in for the Highlanders. Back at the service line for the Red Hawks is Whitaker Ray. 22 serving 10. Chetty begins the return. Travers with the set. Kaloff got it over. Great dig there by Maiden off the Andrade kill attempt. Now off the block. Torlentes able to dig it. Backline kill attempt. Nice dig there by Ray. As Cates sends that over. Chetty has to get this over. He does. Nice dig by Ray. Now they set Costa. And Costa. Big swing from Mike Costa for his fifth kill of the match. 23 serving 10. Phalo Ray back at the service line. Travers looks to set Bieniemy on the back set. Didn't quite get the elevation on that set that he wanted. Got that into the net. Set point here in set number 2. As Phalo Ray sends that long. 4th service fault of this second set. Dylan Maiden back to the service line. 11 serving 24. Second set point for the Redhawks. Siri Gary begins the return. Andrade, great dig there by Siri Gary off the block. Now Bieniemy looking for the kill. Siri Gary looks to dig it but can't control it. Two set points fought off by the Highlanders, 12 serving 24, 3rd set point now. Maiden, good service there. Dratch looking for Costa on the set. That's going to go long as Costa tries the backline kill. Highlanders have fought off 3 set points. They have plenty more that they have to fight off. 13 serving 24. And Maiden goes long on that service, and that will do it for the second set. As the Redhawks take it 25-13. They lead 2 sets to nothing. They're looking to get out the brooms against the Highlanders here in the round of 32 and go on to face Barnstable. We'll be back for 3rd set action here on Somerville Ed TV. Natick High School round of 32 in the Massachusetts Boys Volleyball Tournament. I'm Todd Harmon here on Somerville Ed TV as the Highlanders trail 2 sets to nothing to the number 3 seed Redhawks, as they have been tremendous in these first 2 sets, defeating the Highlanders in set number 1, 25-15, and in set number 2, 25-13. See what head coach Steve Walker has drawn up here for set number 3 as the Highlanders look to avoid being swept. Natick, of course, coming off 2 straight Final Four appearances. A very, very seasoned and experienced team. Their setter, number 15, Luke Dratch, has been tremendous today. As he has about 18 assists, I believe, in this game. Number 11, Mike Costa, leading the Redhawks in kills with 5. Eli Torlentes leads the match in kills as he has 7 kills for the Highlanders. Dratch will begin on the service line yet again. Both sets numbers 1 and 2. The Redhawks burst out to a big lead in both. The Highlanders would love to get some points right off the bat here in set number 3 as Torlentes flashes across, but Dratch digs it out. Siri Gary will set here for Cates. That goes long. Was there a touch? No, there was not. So the Highlanders win the first point of set number 3. They will take the side out. Julian Chetty back at the service line. 1 serving 0. Service by Chetty, good one there. Gets over, Maiden had to dive out to get that one. Interior set, Engelman dug out again by Maiden. Dratch will send over on the second touch, and you see the knowledge, the feel of the senior captain there, Dratch. Cates now back at the service line, tips the tape, goes the way of the Redhawks. Maiden will set it for Torlentes. Good dig by Siri Gary, but it got up into the roof and the girders. You have to play it as it comes off of that. And they were not able to get it over. Side out to the Highlanders, 2 serving 1. Swango back at the service line. As Cates begins the return. Dratch sets Costa. Costa's kill attempt goes wide. Highlanders leading 3-1 here in set number 3. 3 serving 1. Siri Gary begins the return. Dratch setting here to the near side. Phalo Ray, and he was able to get that off the block and out for the kill. 3 for him. 2 serving 3. Is Engelman back at the service line. Chetty begins the return. Interior set, looking for Junior KO, and he kills it. As Junior KO picks up his first kill of the match. Highlanders lead 4 serving 2. Ozzie Marks back at the service line. Good service by Ozzie. Cates begins the return. Dratch back set, looking for Costa. Off the Highlander block and out. Side out goes over to the Red Hawks. Costa will pick up his 6th kill of the match. As Brasco back at the service line. Service fault there for Brasco. Red Hawks' first service fault here in the 3rd set. 5 serving 3. Highlanders first to 5 here in the 3rd. As Torlentis back at the service line, looking to tune up the band. Good service there as it tips the tape. Great return. Handled by the Highlanders. Chetty has to get it over, and he does. Who was into the net? It is Andrade who is into the net for the Red Hawks. Highlanders take the points. 6 serving 3. It's Torlentes again. Looks to tune it up. Big service there. Cates begins the return. Dratch sends that over, but he got into the net. Dratch is called for the net touch. Highlanders take the point, 7 serving 3. Dratch does not agree with that call, but the Highlanders take that point, 7 serving 3. Torlentes again with the strong service look. Goes long on this one. First service fault for the Highlanders here in the 3rd set. Phalo Ray back to the service line, 4 serving 7. Chetty begins the return. Goes back to Chetty for the kill. Just long on the kill attempt. 5 serving 7. Service by Phalo Ray. Maiden begins the return. Bienemy looking for the kill. Off the block, Phalo Ray will dig. Costa. There's that one. I don't know whether that was blocked. It looked like it came off the net, honestly. Point went over to the Red Hawks off that block. 6 serving 7 now. The Red Hawks looking to tie it here. Cates, dug out by Marks. Torlentes, blocked by Andrade. Now they'll set Bienemy. And Evans is blocked as Andrade and Katz. Andrade and Cates combining on that block. So Red Hawks have come back and tied this up. Highlanders were leading by 4 earlier. It is now 7 serving 7. Phalo Ray back at the service line. Setting Chetty. And the block is there as Dratch and Andrade were right there for the block. Natick now is pulled into the lead. 8 serving 7, the first lead of the 3rd set. Marks sets Torlentes from the back line, blocked by Andrade. This needs to go over, and it won't. Highlanders having a hard time finding their way through this Natick defense. As Andrade, Cates, and Dratch doing a great job defensively. There's an ace for Phalo Ray. As the Red Hawks extend their lead to 3, they are first to 10 here in the 3rd set, leading 2 sets to nothing. 10 serving 7. That tips the tape. Junior KO able to get that over. Now they'll set Cates here on the near side. KO got into the net. No, they're going to say Bienemy was the one into the net. Penalty point goes over to the Red Hawks. Timeout taken by the Highlanders as Steve Walker wants to talk things over. 11-7 is the score as Natick has been able to pull back ahead here and extend the lead to 4 here in set number 3 as Natick looks to sweep the Highlanders out of the playoffs. Take an opportunity to talk about these tremendous seniors for this volleyball team as Evans Bienemy, Julian Chetty, Eli Torlentes, and the captain Ozzie Marks. What a tremendous season they have had. 14 wins, 7 losses on this season. A big home victory at Bruin Fieldhouse in a 5-set masterpiece against the Boston College High Eagles in the qualifying round. Earlier in the season, they also had a 5-set victory against Cambridge to open out the season. As it has been an up and down season, did not end up finishing at the top of the GBL, but they are the only GBL team remaining right now in the postseason, as Lynn English, Lynn Classical, Malden, and Revere have all been knocked out of postseason play. Highlanders on the verge of that as well, as they trail here in set number 3, 11-7, down 2-0. Phalo Ray gets that one into the net. Second service fault of this third set. Highlanders trail by 3, 8-11. Dylan Maiden back at the service line. Winner today will go on to the Sweet 16 and face Barnstable. Stratch setting Cates. And Cates wide open for that kill as he picks up his third. Back to a 4-point Red Hawk advantage, 12-8. Siri Geary back at the service line. Torlentes begins return. Chetty looking for the kill. Once again, that defense is just so strong at the net. Dratch picks up his third block of the match. 13-8. Siri Geary gets that into the net. 3 service faults for the Red Hawks here in the third set. 9-13 as Bienemy back to the service line for the Highlanders. Evans, of course, one of those 4 seniors on this team. It's too soft on that service. As it tips the tape, goes the wrong way for the Highlanders. Second service fault of this third set. 14-9, Natick looking to be first to 15 here in set number 3. Dratch at the service line. This needs to go over. It will from Eli. Now Dratch will set. Back set for Costa. Now Cates, I should say, off the block of Swango and out. Cates picks up the kill. His 4th of the match. Red Hawks are first to 15, 15-9. Eli begins the return, looking for Swango on the interior, but he wasn't able to get that one over as the set was a little bit low. 16-9. Torlentes begins the return. This has to go over from Chetty, and it does. Swango takes the opportunity and takes the kill. As Zach picks up his 3rd kill of the match. Side out to the Highlanders, 10-16. It's Julian Chetty back at the service line for the Highlanders. Highlanders started out in this third set with the lead, led by as much as 4. Now they trail by 6. Chetty's service. Just long, goodness gracious. I thought that one kissed the line. Service fault though. 3 service faults here in the third set, 17-10, Cates at the service line. Marks will set Torlentes and Eli spikes that one right down. Somebody spiked the punch and it was Eli Torlentes that time. picking up his 8th kill of the match. 11 serving 17, Swango at the service line. Highlanders need a nice run from him. Good service there by Zach. What an interior set there to Engelman. Just so quick. Dratch deceptive with his set. Engelman so quick with that kill as he picks up his 4th and heads back to the service line, 18 serving 11. Chetty begins the return of service. Torlentes has to get that over, and he does as he tucks it in the back far corner. Eli picks up his 9th kill of the match. 12 serving 18. Ozzie Marks, the captain, senior captain, back at the service line, looking to get some service points here for the Highlanders as Costa comes in. And Junior KO called for being in the net. Net touch there. As Natick 1 point away from being first to 20. 19 serving 12 as Brasco back in to serve. Good service by Brasco. Chetty begins the return. Torlentes had to adjust. Andre, nice block there, handled by the Highlanders. Torlentes threw the block, but it's dug behind him. Good dig there by Dylan Maiden. Now Dratch setting here near side. Phalo Ray dug out by Maiden. Dratch will send that over. Maiden with another dig. This has to go over from Bieniemy, and it will not. Evans unable to get the clean hit on that one. Natick is first to 20 here in the 3rd set, leading 2-0. They are 5 points from sending the Highlanders away and moving on to the Sweet 16. Torlentes gets that over. Sirigiri will set here. Now Bieniemy has to go over, it does. Dratch picks up his 4th kill of the match as the senior setter gets the 2nd touch kill. 21 serving 12. That will go long from Brasco. Side out to the Highlanders, 13 serving 21. Torlentes back at the service line. He's been tuning up the band. He's been accurate. As he looks to tune it up yet again. Not as accurate this time. As he hits it off the ankle of one of the Red Hawks bench players. 22 serving 13. Phalo Ray back at the service line. Interior set, Junior KO. Phalo Ray digs it on the back line. Dratch now looks to load it up. And they're going to get Chetty into the net. 23 serving 13. Phalo Ray back at the service line. Chetty begins the return. Back to Chetty for the kill attempt. And he tucked that one in side of the block attempt of Dratch and Andrade. Side out to the Highlanders, 14 serving 23. Dylan Maiden back at the service line for the Highlanders. It's been a tremendous year for the Highlanders as it looks like it might be rounding out here. Bieniemy too long on that kill attempt. Andrade, number 8, so strong defensively. As Bieniemy tried to work it around him, this is match point. Sirigiri on the service line as he tries to tune up the band himself, goes long. Side out back to the Highlanders, 15 serving 24. Connor Bicknell will come in for service. The freshman needs to stay on that line for 9 points if the Highlanders want to continue their season. Second match point. as they look to get it to Dratch. Dratch off the block, and the senior setter, tri-captain, gets the final point as the Highlanders are swept here at Natick by the score of 3-0. 25-15 in the first, 25-13 in the second, 25-15 in the third. Gives me the opportunity, first of all, to congratulate the Red Hawks as they once again move through to the Sweet 16, looking to get back to the Final Four where they've been the past 2 years. Highlanders, that will do it for their season, as they will finish their season 14 wins, 8 losses for the Highlanders this year. A tremendous job by the Highlanders throughout the season, as seniors Evans Bienemy, Julian Chetty, Eli Torlentis, and of course the captain Ozzie Marks, the setter. This will do it for their high school careers, as they were able to get the Highlanders to this round of 32, but just came up against a Red Hawks team that had weapons all over the place. As Torlentis did an excellent job, 9 kills in the match. Zach Swango, 3 kills for the Highlanders today, but Costa for the Red Hawks, 6 kills for him, 4 kills for Engelman, 4 kills for Cates, 3 for Phalo Ray, 2 for Andrade, and 5 kills along with 3 blocks and about 25 assists for the captain setter Luke Dratch. That will do it for us here from Natick. Thank you so much for watching at home. It has been a tremendous season for the Highlanders. It has been a tremendous spring for Highlander athletics, as boys and girls tennis got into the postseason, along with girls lacrosse and volleyball into the postseason here in the spring. We look forward to being back with you in the fall here on Somerville Ed TV. Thank you so much for watching at home. Thank you very much, Jeff Argenziano, stepping in on the camera and directing us. Joe Constantine, he's going to cut it all up and produce it and put it out. My name is Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Volleyball on Somerville Ed TV.